Do you wish you had learned money budgeting basics earlier in your life? The vast majority of adults wish they had. According to a new survey in 2023, 70% of American adults feel stressed about their personal finances, while 58% of American adults are living paycheck to paycheck. The harsh truth is that poor financial decisions in your 20s, like debt or a low savings rate, can cause huge financial repercussions later in life. Many adults feel uncomfortable and unqualified when it comes to money, and the result is a culture of fear, anxiety, and financial insecurity that gets passed down to our kids. But it doesn't have to be this way. If we teach kids about basic budgeting skills now, they'll feel empowered to handle their finances for the rest of their lives. Hi, I'm Ivy, founder and CEO of Prequel. We help kids 9 to 17 discover themselves and the world around them through entrepreneurship and world-class mentors. We run a budgeting life skills workshop for kids, so today we're going to show you 3 ways you can teach your kids how to budget and how to build money confidence early. You'll learn specific approaches and actionable exercises to help set them up for future financial success and have fun while doing it. Let's dive in. The first thing you can do is cultivate conversation. The reason so many adults are intimidated by money is because they were never familiarized with it at an early age. Money is often seen as taboo, especially around kids. So kids are kept on the outside of the conversation around how much a family spends and makes. But why? We have an awesome opportunity to help kids feel comfortable around money early on in their lives. Let's normalize bringing kids into the conversation to help them build money confidence and help them get ahead. That way, when they reach adulthood and it's time for them to actually make important financial decisions, like navigating financial aid for college or buying a house or a car, they won't feel scared or intimidated. They'll feel comfortable and prepared. To start this conversation with your kid, you can help them create a vision sheet. Ask them, what kind of life do you want to live? Now, this can be a loaded question for a 13-year-old, so let's break it down. Have your kid answer these 3 questions. Number 1, what are 5 things you spend money on right now? Number 2, what are 5 things you think you'll spend money on at 25 based on what our family spends? And number 3, what do you want your life to look like at 25? This last question can be a really fun exercise for kids to dive into. It's a great way for them to better understand their unique passions and interests. What are they curious about? What are they good at? Do they want to invent new products, travel the world, be the CEO of multiple companies? Do they want to settle down early and start a family? If they're struggling with their answer, that's okay. They can take a career quiz linked in the description to spark their creativity, or check out this YouTube video to learn about a lifestyle template we love called 6 Lives. Here's why these exercises are so helpful in cultivating conversation. By the time adulthood rolls around, these questions come with an added layer of pressure and anxiety. Helping kids work through these questions early on allows them to dream big, to be imaginative, to think about what they actually want out of life, rather than just what job they can pick up to make rent that month. It's so important for kids to keep a finger on the pulse of their passions and goals throughout their life. This will better prepare them for success, mental, emotional, and yes, financial. Hang on to this vision sheet because it's going to be the foundation for the actual budget you'll help your kids build in just a few minutes. Moving on, the second thing you can do is build expectations. Let's be real, many of us didn't grow up learning about average annual incomes or the average cost of a utility bill. That's why adulting is such a slap in the face. For the first time, we realize how expensive everything really is, and more often than not, we're wildly unprepared for it. The good news is that we can rewrite this narrative. We don't have to send kids out into the world unprepared for what's waiting for them. We can start building their expectations right now. One way you can do this is by including your kid in real-world activities to build money expectations. Everywhere we look, there are opportunities to teach kids about the real world. The great thing is kids actually really love learning about the real world. It's why younger children love to play house, or bake fake muffins in a fake kitchen, or drive remote control cars. That's why kids love Monopoly, because they get to handle fake money. Kids have a natural curiosity and instinct to learn about the world around them, and that's where we can help set them up for success. Try taking your kid with you to do real-world things like grocery shopping or running errands. For instance, if you're going to the grocery store, write a list of the items you need and tell your kid that you have $150 to spend. It will be up to them to get all the items while staying on budget. You can make this more difficult by factoring in an entire day of activities. Have your kid budget for groceries, gas, lunch, and any other errands on the schedule. This is a fun, engaging way to help your kids build expectations about money so it won't be a slap in the face by the time they start adulting. Another way you can build expectations is by teaching your kid budgeting basics. At Prequel, we help kids do this by creating an average budget sheet. If you're in America, this means you take the average annual income for an American adult, factor in their annual expenses, and then calculate how much money you would have left over. This helps kids understand the absolute basics of budgeting. Let's look at an example. Considering the average annual income for an American adult is $70,000, help your kids factor in these average expenses, such as $1,700, the average monthly rent for a one-bedroom rental in Austin, Texas. $150, an average monthly electric and water bill for a one-bedroom. $300, average monthly grocery bill for individuals. $1,800, the annual amount spent on clothes. $800, the average monthly car payment. Then add it all up. The final product should look something like this, with the total annual amount for rent at $20,400, utilities at $1,800, groceries at $3,600, clothes $1,800, transportation $9,600, cell phone internet $1,500, discretionary spending about $3,600 for a total of $42,300. With a $70,000 income, your kid will be taking home $27,700 before taxes, but that's another conversation. This exercise is a phenomenal way to introduce budgeting basics. It can help your kid understand what adulting really looks like. Think about it. Most people don't fully understand average costs and expenses until it's time to actually pay them. If you can help your kid build money expectations early, they'll feel far more prepared when it's time to create a budget and stick to it. So far, your kid has created a vision sheet for the lifestyle they want to live, and they've built up a financial expectations about the real world, and they've learned the basics of budgeting. Now it's time to help your kid create a budget tailored to their specific goals. At Prequel, we help kids envision their dream life and then build a budget for it. This is a seriously effective way to help kids to get comfortable around money, even excited about money. Remember that vision sheet? Now's the time to pull it out. Have your kid look over their answers and then add these to the list. What's their dream job? And on average, how much does it pay? Where would they like to live? Have them browse Zillow and find a house they like. How much does that house cost? How much will they pay for utilities? What about car payments and phone payments? What about discretionary spending, or otherwise known as fun money? This exercise will be a process and it will require some research. That's okay. The point is that it builds budgeting skills for kids while growing their confidence around money, all while curating excitement around the life they want to live. They will also pick up some research skills along the way. Here's an example of the budget of one of our students who wants to be a vet. Money anxiety is not an inevitable part of growing up. We can help kids grow their budgeting skills and money confidence early on so they are prepared, comfortable, and even excited to deal with their finances when it's time. To recap, the 3 things you should focus on right now are number 1, cultivating conversation, number 2, building expectations, and number 3, creating a budget tailored to your kids' specific goals. If you're interested in more content like this, sign up for our Prequel's weekly newsletter. We give advice and free resources to parents who want their kids to learn the skills to get ahead in school and in life, especially the skills not normally taught in school. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you subscribe for more.